Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speed Stuff for Trans Lives 2. I'm your host, Happy Bear, and happy Trans Day of Visibility, everyone. We just want all of our trans friends to know we love you, we support you, and we are here for you. And we are raising money today for Equality Texas. I'm so pumped about this. If you'd like to donate, then you can type !donate in chat and follow the Tiltify link. You can also apply your donation to various bid wars and incentives. Even if you can't donate, we appreciate you being here and supporting us by watching the show. It is so good to see all of you in chat. I see some of you shouting me out. Thanks, everyone. Always fun to be on the host mic, especially for such a good cause like this. Okay, well, we have our first runner coming up in just a moment. You all know Sonic, you all love Sonic, and today we are excited to get to see a Sonic Frontiers any person no DLC run from Helix. I personally really enjoy seeing Sonic Frontiers. This is a game that is quite speedy, and I think it's going to be an excellent way to kick off our wonderful marathon. Again, happy Trans Day of Visibility, everyone, and we will be coming to you very soon with that run. All right, everyone. Well, get ready for our Sonic Frontiers run. But before we start, I just want to remind you, so when you donate, not only can you donate, but you can attach an incentive to your donation. And we definitely hope that you'll do this because we have our first donation incentive. So after the Sonic Frontiers run, we've got Spark the Electric Jester 3 coming up. Actually, that's 2 runs away. I promise I can think this morning. So this is an all levels upgrade for Spark the Electric Jester 3. The category right now is any % new game, but you can upgrade that to all levels. And I definitely think you're going to want to see every single level because Spark is a pretty rad game. So get those donations in and attach them with the incentive. All right, I think we're ready for Sonic Frontiers. So Helix, it's your time to shine. Show us what Sonic can do.
What's up, everyone? I'm Helix. Welcome to Speed Stuff for Trans Lives 2, because I didn't learn the first time. This is Sonic Frontiers. I am not alone because, God, I could not commentate this game by myself. So if my commentator wants to introduce itself. They hear me. Was I audible? Was I heard? I don't know. I don't have chat up. I'm so audible. That's huge. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, so Shovel Claws, run that whole spiel by me again. Oh no. Audio is always haunted, don't worry about it. I have this exact same problem with my events too. It's fine. Audio is always haunted. God, you have no idea, I swear.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Shovel Claws. I am not a Sonic Frontiers runner, but I know this game well enough to commentate it, and I am the Spark 3 runner in a few runs, so I was around. Also, thank you for shilling my incentive, Happy Bear. Appreciate that. Get that met, Spark.
We'll do some more shilling for that, for sure.
Yeah, call me Sonic Frontiers, the way I am here, I guess.
Huge. Let's just get into it. So, there are two, like, you have to deal with the settings immediately. We play on easy, and also high-speed style, because we like going fast. But with that said, I mean, I don't know, let's just get started. 3, 2, 1, go! First things first, we skip a cutscene. Yay, okay. And then we are immediately dropped into a cyberspace level. It's not Green Hill Zone. Shh, it's not Green Hill Zone.
Green Hill is looking a lot more like Computer Hill.
Oh no.
Sorry, chat.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about cyberspace?
Yeah. Cyberspace is pretty simple. It's our more traditional little boost gameplay, but there are some pretty cool tricks we can do. First and foremost is the magnet dash. When you homing attack, you'll, of course, home in on your enemy, but if you do a dash before you connect, you can actually kind of carry that momentum elsewhere because Sonic has his little air boost similar to Force's. We can use that to completely break some cyberspace stages, and you'll see that a lot in this run.
Very fun.
Yeah, cyberspace is pretty straightforward for the most part, but we'll get into some of the nuances later on as the run progresses.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to bring up really quick, as we just are forced to go through this tutorial here, that a new update to this game last week added in a bunch of new songs, and I can switch to them at any point. So there are only 13 available at the start, but that's still, like, a lot. So if you want to hear any of these songs, I toss a donation and just, like, put it in your donation comment which song you want to hear. I forgot to exit training. I hate the stupid training thing. Yeah, I mean, put the song you want to hear in your donation comment. We've got I'm Here, Angel Island, Mystic Ruin, Sonic Heroes, Seaside Hill, Wave
there are a
Ocean,
lot
Sand
of good
Oasis,
bangers.
Deep Woods. Doing this while playing is a unique challenge.
Yeah, so we're skipping a lot of this tutorial stuff, and we come up on our first enemy here, or Guardian, I guess, Ninja. It's just a combat tutorial. In this game, Sonic has a lot of different attacks, and some of them we'll unlock later. He can also parry stuff by holding both right, I think it's right and left bumper. I can't remember the controls to this game. I haven't played it in a long time. Guardians drop portal gears, which you won't see them die at all, so it's fine. This is all just tutorial stuff.
If I do everything right, you're never going to see that again, so...
Yeah, but parrying is a big part of this game, mostly because parrying actually suspends you in midair. You'll see that here with the next skip that we're going to do.
Yes.
First, gotta solve this puzzle.
Oh, my game audio isn't working. You know what? I can fix that. That's a really... I don't know why that wouldn't be working, actually. That's a new one.
OBS things.
I ruined it.
Uncle did.
Oh, OBS doesn't think that Sonic Frontiers is running. It's just not realizing that the program exists.
Yeah, no, that's...
This is incredible.
Like OBS would do.
I actually don't know how to fix this.
If you're using the application audio thing, you can try remaking the scene, and sometimes that tricks it into thinking it's running again. Because I don't think that we can restart the run. Or restart the game right now, because tutorial stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to break everything for a minute. Don't panic. It's still not... I have no idea. I have no idea how to fix this. I have never had this happen. Let's do that. Yeah.
Is now a good time to jump in with maybe a donation read? Okay, I will. I'll unmute on Video Ninja and read a donation or two. Okay, am I good to talk? All right, everyone. Well, we are having some haunted audio issues. This has never happened before. And that's okay, because it just shows that trans people are so cool that we just break things. Things magically stop working around us because we are too powerful. Well, while we are working on our audio, we have a couple of awesome donations. We have $10 from Nimputs, who says, Sonic forces me to donate to Equality Texas. Wait, no, wrong game. Sonic embarks on new frontiers of trans liberation? Is that anything? I'd say it is, Nimputs. Thank you for that donation. We also have $50 from Metal Medbee, who says, missed the window to participate in the marathon this year, but so happy to help and watch now. Love being out and proud and living life. Trans joy and trans speedrunning. Let's go. Trans rights. Thank you, Metal Medbee. That's wonderful. Okay, it looks like we have successfully cleared the gremlins from our audio, so we're going to jump right back into that run. And please, everyone, get those donos in.
Alright, welcome back. Remember how I said at the beginning the audio is always haunted? Case in point. We fixed it. We're good now. OBS is no longer being extremely dumb. Where were we, anyway?
We were about to unlock our first ability, Psyloop. This is basically just spin to win. If you draw a circle, you get special things that happen. Also, fun fact, you can draw an infinity symbol to unlock infinite boost. That was a fun time in the Discord when people were joining and telling us that, as if we didn't know. But yeah, we just want to get all of our rings right here because you can see the little 400 max ring count. That enters us into a state called Power Boost. Power Boost is essentially just max speed. You can also see in the bottom left that we have a speed stat, level 1 of 99. Power Boost emulates the speed of level 99, so we literally don't upgrade, we just avoid getting hit. And then this is a very long sequence of events to skip even longer sequences of events. This is a speed run after all. So we're running on an invisible wall after launching ourselves up. We'll talk about how you launch yourself up like this in a little bit, but we're going to run off the invisible ceiling and curve around another invisible wall. Get the parry jump, let's go!
First try.
First try. Yeah, that's
There's another
what
song.
Helix calls tutorial skip, but I think most of the community calls that Joshua method for lore reasons that I'm sure are not very exciting.
I have no idea why it's called Joshua Skip, so... Tutorial skip makes more sense to me.
It's a smiley face.
Joshua
funny.
method.
We have a lot of SA2 runners, so if you know that game's trick names, you'll figure it all out.
Hey, what are these?
In the meantime, I don't know actually.
Purple coins? I don't know.
haven't
They
played
might
this
be
game.
important. I better pick them up. They might be important.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't get up there.
They're funny little collectibles. Why not? You'll notice we're skipping over a lot of the island and just immediately coming over to particularly smash these barrels.
Oh.
We don't just hate barrels, we do have a purpose for this. We're getting XP. XP unlocks certain other moves that we can unlock in the options menu, and we want a few of them.
Maybe I do hate barrels. Maybe I'm possessed by the spirit of Link and just need to smash barrels.
Yeah, true. I wouldn't blame you. These things can be annoying when you're running around. You'll just run into them. Also, gather cocoa.
Got a
Nice.
cocoa. That's the last barrel I need to smash. So now I am going to unlock a few skills here. Stomp is the one we care about, so I just have to get over to that.
Yeah.
There we go.
We won't see Stomp for another minute or two, but
I mean, I am technically going to use it here, but it's not as remarkable
It's not
of a
the
usage
stomp
as it
attack.
normally is. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Hyper Bounce. We're basically stomping on that little platform, and after you stomp on it, it'll move up. And then if you hold jump, you'll get flung way into the air. This is one way of many to bypass an invisible wall here, and the thing we're currently, sidestepping over to is Giganto's arena. Giganto is the titan of this area, and we need to beat him. And, hello, Giganto.
Hello. I had to run over to a very specific spot to
Yes.
spawn Giganto, by the way. So the trigger is a very specific spot. Normally, it's where you end up after a cutscene. Obviously, I didn't do that
Yes.
cutscene because I just skipped pretty much this entire island.
Yeah, we'll get into some of the technical jargon in an auto-scroller in a bit, but now we're Supersonic and we only have one Chaos Emerald. This run starts out very quick. We can skip the entire first island because Giganto can spawn in with that trigger. We just needed a way to get into the arena, which we have plenty, so
And now,
that's instant.
and now we'll just spam stomp.
Yeah,
I live
no,
Giganto,
we
spam
just-
stomp. I think I'm gonna get
Exactly.
Kellen Quinn skip, which is when he never
Let's
starts
go.
singing.
Close.
Ah,
Nice.
he screamed, but that's, I don't know.
He screamed because you were skipping him.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, no, Giganto as a fight is pretty straightforward. He could be really trolly. One other thing I want to mention is that the climb up Giganto is really easy, casually. But for the speed run, because we did tutorial skip, we ended up not unlocking the ability to climb up certain walls. And we have to use the blue rings to climb up Giganto, and it's really annoying.
Yeah.
So getting it first try was pretty clean.
Also, once we
That can go
get to the
terribly
next
wrong.
island, we do have the ability to climb, so it only matters for Kronos.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Exactly.
And that's
but
Giganto.
Yeah, that's actually the entirety of Kronos as well.
Yeah.
So when you defeat the boss, the game assumes everything else is completed. You got to the boss, of course. So it just takes you immediately to the next island, which will be Ares, our kind of desert area, which this entire first island, just easy skip. Ares is a little bit more complex, but not much different.
Yeah. That super bounce thing I did, that's extremely easy to do. Like you can try that at home.
You can do that casually. It's very easy.
There are some things I do in this game that are not going to be as easy, but that is super easy.
Yeah, no, so welcome to Ares. We're going to immediately dig up this little treasure chest. We call those dig spots. And then we're going to fling that blue hedgehog.
I love flinging this hedgehog around. It's one of my favorite parts of the run. This is not where I need to be.
Yeah, no, you need to be at the other island.
Yeah.
But this gives me time to explain what just happened. Slingshot it is a ability or a trick we can do. So basically, you can magnet dash on an enemy to lock onto them, and then that lock on can take you to will allow you to move backwards, and then we stomp the enemy. That stomp brings us right above the enemy, and then we can cancel it with a dash. Just another one of those air dashes, similar to magnet dashing, which allows us to basically traverse the island in like 2 seconds through the air. It's really, really cool.
Yeah,
it is the biggest movement tech.
As Sonic is sort of dashing above the enemy to get in position for the stomp, we can just interrupt that momentum with the boost, and so it carries Sonic's momentum in basically any direction I want, which is huge.
Yeah, no. It's really, really big. We use it everywhere. You won't see it as much on Ares just because this island's kind of short, but you'll see it everywhere in the next few islands. Just another cyberspace stage here. This one's pretty straightforward. We do have a goal, and that is to complete all of the different missions. That's a death, but oh well. Yeah,
something that I expected to happen totally did not happen. And I was left completely fumbling. Bungled it.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Also dumb.
You'll be able to get the rings, I think.
That's probably true. You're probably right.
You just might have to collect a few of the... Oh, well.
Feel like an idiot.
Now you restart.
it was going great the first time, but I hate this level.
You played it really clean, and then that ending. This level is based off an unleashed level, which is the whole thing behind cyberspace, which is that these levels are Sonic's past, which I thought we already did this in a Sonic game, but you know, we did it again. Why not?
It's fine. I actually kind of love them.
I don't mind
They're fun.
them. Cyberspace is extremely fun, and this is coming from a person whose only real speedrun experience is ILing cyberspace. But yeah, no, cyberspace is fun.
There we go. I did it correctly that time. So yeah, there are 4 missions I need to complete. Got them all done there, obviously. Reach the goal, duh, that's gonna happen. Clear with S rank time, that's normally not a problem. Clear with a set amount of rings, and then get all of the red star rings. And the reason I needed to do all that is because that will give me vault keys, which is how you get Chaos Emeralds. You get 1 vault key for completing each mission, for a total of 4, but you also get 3 extras for completing all of the missions. So we got 7 total. That's why completing all of the missions is so important, because instead of 3 vault keys, or up to 3, you get 7.
7. Yeah, no, it's great value. Right here, we're just swapping back between Kronos and Ares to save a bit of time traversing the island, because otherwise we'd have to run all the way back to where we spawn in right here. We don't want to do that. Then we're going to slingshot over to the blue emerald on this island. We do actually collect an emerald. That's wild. Wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
This blue emerald is necessary to start a sequence that will allow us to skip this whole island, because otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Once again, we'll get into that in a little bit. There's an auto-scroller that we can use. Right here, though, is the next skip. We're going to collect some memory tokens right here in this little dig spot, and then come over to talk to Knuckles, my favorite.
Alright, talk to Knuckles once. Where am I? This way.
You are... yeah, right there. And then we're going to run over to this Guardian, Shark. We want to engage him so that we can run back and talk to Knuckles. What this will do will give us a second Sonic So you can see Sonic right here. This is not what we're who we are right now. We have a second Sonic that's currently off screen getting into position.
Perfect.
And when we load back into the overworld, we'll see Strider.
Strider.
This guy jump scares us, and you can see the text at the bottom of the screen here. This typically just throws us into a cutscene after we skip through it, but now we can move during it because we got interrupted by Strider. This is known as text storage. We'll take our text storage all the way over here. Very important to not press any face buttons until we're in position right above this little rock. And
now,
then we have long unskippable cutscene.
Yep. Great time for a quick donation, especially if anyone has a song I want to listen
Well,
to.
we have $15 from MTG Joe D, who says, "Heck yeah, Sonic! Heck yeah, Helix!
Yo.
Have a great marathon, everyone! We are kicking this marathon off right." Still no music donations
so
yet,
much.
but I bet as the run continues, people are just gonna say, "You know, I love Sonic music so much, I just gotta hear Green Hill Zone."
It's you get a. I don't think we can.
Which is
I don't think Green Hill
wild.
Zone is an option right now. You get a 2-for-1 deal because you can tell me what song to play and you can put your donation toward
Exactly.
that spark incentive that's open. But now I'm going to hold down and mash boost. We're pretty much right next to the ending trigger for the sequence, so it's going to end almost immediately. And I'm also going to just sort of throw Sonic off this cliff. Sorry, Sonic. And we are going to die during this cutscene. That'll skip the cutscene. And here we are. Now you might notice that the frame rate is garbage because the game is now running at 30 FPS. That's actually a good thing. This is... Okay, I did not get what I wanted, so I'm going to run away and despawn those enemies. We want 30 FPS for a trick a little bit later on. So if you can stomach playing on 30 FPS, you don't necessarily need to change it back. Some people like to because it does look kind of bad and it's a little bit
30
awkward, but
FPS.
it's fine.
I'm shuddering thinking about it.
It's
Anyways,
okay.
that
We won't be here
slingshot
for too
put
long.
us. Yeah, exactly. That slingshot put us into Wyvern's arena now, which we're not supposed to be here until way later. But it's actually really easy to get in here. It's not bad at all. We slingshot because it's faster, but you can just climb up the ledges. And then we're going to do here an HSP. This is basically slingshot
First
lights.
try. That was awkward
Nice,
though.
first try. You did bump the roof, but you should make it. You might need to homing attack.
Made it, yes!
Nice, good
That was
work.
so close.
Yeah, so we hit another trigger that spawned Wyvern in, and there's a very long technical explanation, which we have perfect time to talk about, or at least I have perfect time to talk about, because I literally went to the moderators that I'm on the mod team with, and I was like, hey, how does this work? So, we're going to get into it. So basically, we can trigger the fight whenever we want to, but it won't necessarily work because Wyvern is not in the overworld until that long sequence that we skipped by positioning Sonic in the right place, boosting over the rock, you know, stuff like that. We call that the Wyvern escape sequence. The Wyvern escape sequence actually spawns Wyvern in, and the trigger that we hit is known as a locator, which is basically just a reference point to move Sonic to after certain cutscenes. That locator also has other effects sometimes, which I've been told is most accurately spawning Wyvern or changing Wyvern's state from being not in the fight to being in the boss fight. And we can, after the Wyvern escape sequence, hit the trigger, activate the boss fight. The reason this is different in Chronos is because the Chronos trigger that we hit actually spawns Giganto in as opposed to just changing his state. So that means that if we didn't have to go through the Wyvern escape sequence, Ares would be most likely the shortest island by far. Bunch of technical explanation for what is essentially we need to grab the blue emerald to activate the sequence to activate the Wyvern fight.
We also need to briefly explain what exactly I did with an HSP, because I don't think we explained that yet.
Yeah, it just basically gives you a bunch of height. You,
Can one of these missiles
stomp
hit me?
And then bet.
Thank you. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so you just stomp and then boost, and that gives you a lot of height because the stomp animation brings you way above the enemy. If you cancel it at the right time, you'll get a bunch of height. It's also pretty precise. It's like nearly frame perfect.
Yeah, I believe HSP is either frame perfect or very close to frame perfect, and also the timing for it at 30 FPS is very subtly different. So the fact that I first tried it is huge.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't think we have anything else to talk about, so we can let this boss fight music play and maybe read a donation or two, but people really like this boss fight song, so, you know.
Well, I do have a donation, but I can hold off until the end of this song if you would like.
You can do it at the end of the end of the fight. There's a long, unskippable cutscene.
True. Good point.
Yeah, because... I mean, just listen to it. It's sick.
You like quick time
It's
events?
okay, it syncs with the music. Makes this one good. Yeah,
Okay.
just one last quick time. Or is it two?
Two more quick time events. Yep. I think it's two.
Oh no, I don't run this game. I'm gonna trust you.
Because there's this sequence and then there's another one. So I also thought there was one during my last run, and I was like, okay, we're done now, and then we weren't done.
You have the little mash, right?
Yeah. And then there's another sequence after this. Yeah. That was probably fine for the donation as well.
All right. Well, first, yes, I am enjoying this music too. This rocks. I have not played Frontiers, so this is the first time I'm hearing this song, and my mind is melting right now.
It's okay. You'll hear better.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting! I can't wait. So we do have two donations. So number one is from Asher Dusk with $10. No comment, but thank you so much, Asher. And we also have $77 from a non-binary code who says, once again, a reading from the book of Blue Hedgehog. Forsooth, it behooves thee to propel oneself with utmost alacrity, verily. Yea, 'tis spaken truth, and furthermore, trans rights. Thanks, non-binary code. That's wonderful. And I got to pull out my Old Testament prophet voice for a moment. And that puts us at $137 out of 250.
Sonic.
So we are getting close to the all levels upgrade for Spark the Electro Jester 3. Chat, you're doing great on this. We're banging it out.
I'm biased.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That was an
Thank
incredible
you.
donation read, by the way. Good stuff.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say.
Got a non-binary code. So this is why I wanted 30 FPS, because for some reason, we can just duplicate this portal gear. It didn't work.
No,
okay, no, we
it didn't
can't.
work.
Apparently. I think I might have stomped
so-
off the pillar too early. That's okay, there's a backup for this.
I don't know the timing quite well. Yeah, so we want to dig up that portal gear, and it's conveniently placed on that big old tower. And if we actually drop off at 30 FPS, for some reason, the game gets confused and thinks that you picked up two. I don't think anyone in the community really knows how that works.
No,
Yeah, I can't
Sonic,
fly.
where are you
No,
going?
Not the 2D section. Look, there's a very important 2D section that needs our attention.
It's
Welcome
really,
to Chaos, by the way.
Yeah, it's really easy to just like run into random stuff, and then the game will start playing itself, and you'll end up in somewhere completely new and locked into 2D, and it's annoying.
Yeah, no, this area is definitely known by casual players as 2D hell because, oh boy, there's a lot of stuff that puts you into
Yeah.
2D. But we're gonna go ahead and enter in to. I'm waiting on the level title, please, cutscene, please.
3-1.
3-1. I got there.
Yeah.
all the level names in this game are kind of impossible to remember unless you play it a lot. But this is probably the hardest cyberspace stage, which is appropriate because it's also like the hardest SA2 stage. Green Forest. If you know anything about SA2 speedrun, you'll understand that. But yeah, no, this one's just a lot to do. There are some pretty rough magnet dashes, as you can see right here. This first one has a lot of stuff around it you can run into.
I arguably should not be trying this.
Platform.
Okay. But it's fun, and also... So there was an update recently that added power boost into cyberspace levels. I don't know why I'm failing this. I was not failing this in practice this morning. Forget it, we'll just play it regularly. It's fine, don't worry about it. But it makes this section really awkward because Sonic tries to go too fast, and if you just let him go, he will run off the side. And so I like to try to do that mag dash there to just skip having to do that, but apparently I'm bad at it. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, I just completely whiffed that one. Yeah, this run is ridiculous. There are so many small mistakes you can make that will lose absurd amounts of time. That's why my estimate is so high. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now I actually have to go this way and get a backup portal gear, which means I do actually have to fight another Guardian, so I lied. You are seeing this one more time. Better pants. True. Yeah, this just ends up being the fastest Guardian you can fight, so... Oh, you blocked my stomp? Okay. Didn't know that was an option. I'm gonna wait for this one to go around here. Another slingshot here. I don't pay attention to what color they are, I'm gonna be honest. I just go where my memory tells me to go. It's fine. I knew I knew I had to fix it. Also, that trick launch there was sick. That little, like, sparkle animation, Sonic just flew through the air. That was completely an accident, but it was sick. It got me exactly where I needed to be. So I'll take it. Thank you, game. Alright, well, let's see if I can not completely flub a cyberspace level for once. Okay, we'll just go this way. There is a mag dash you can do, but I am horrible at it. I totally don't understand it. But now, here comes a really cool and crucial mag dash. Beautiful. At least in this run, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, no, shout out to Gordon, who routed the entire route of Chaos because he liked that 3D and 2D so much.
Sick. I respect it.
Yeah,
Coming up
no,
next,
routed out of spite.
coming up next is an absolutely ridiculous slingshot that has a relatively difficult setup. We're going to pretty much fling Sonic all the way across the map toward the red emerald. This should work.
Let's go.
I can't see
looks like it
anything
works.
because of the weather.
It is raining right
This
now.
looks great though. It looks
Yeah,
like
no,
I'm gonna
that-
die, but I'm fine because Sonic can just run up
Nice.
the side of this island for some reason.
Yeah, let's go. That was good.
Yeah, that was really clean, actually. Really happy to first try that. Yeah, that's the potential of slingshots in this game. They can get absolutely ridiculous. I love them so much. No, Sonic, where are you
No.
going?
Not that. I guess now is a great time to actually talk about how we're flinging Sonic around in some of the non-slingshot ways. We have trick launches, which, hey, thanks Sonic for doing that. Trick launches are essentially where you run off a slope and Sonic will lose contact with the ground. And there's a weird state that you get that I can't really explain that well, where you'll kind of glide instead of like actually be affected by gravity.
Yeah, it's weird, but his momentum pretty much transfers into a launch off of whatever it is. It's
You
pretty
likely
neat.
ran into these in your casual playthrough if you played this game.
Yeah, it's very easy to accidentally do it, and it's extremely
Especially in
useful.
Chaos.
It's extremely useful because Sonic's jump, can you stop locking on, please? Sonic's jump does not preserve his momentum from a boost, so instead
yeah.
we can do trick launches.
Trick launches are essentially the replacement for what in a lot of boost games would just be jumping.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if it was necessarily a bad trade-off because I like trick launches.
fun.
Sonic is just a diva a little bit. I love it. But
We are
we're gonna
now-
talk to Tails here.
Yep. We are now coming up on one of my favorite parts of the run, actually. Shield Escape Skip. Lots of people hate this trick because it is very difficult. I love it. I don't know. I hate the sequence that it skips. I'm so glad we don't have to play it. I learned it from my very first run when I arguably should not have, just because I didn't want to play the
this game
auto-scroller.
has a few auto-scrollers where it's like, hopefully we could skip them one day, but some of them we can, some of them we can't. It's pretty frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. My community lovingly calls this spinning saw IL, stage and monkey ball. I run a lot of monkey ball.
Also, the best I can.
That's the joke. It's
that
not,
line
it's
gets
not that deep.
memed on by the entire community.
The best I
It's
can.
very funny.
So the game tries to force us into a set path with invisible walls, but we can trick launch, first try, off that, to get over these invisible walls. I want these purple coins.
Still don't know what they do, but
I want them.
might be important later.
I think I want them. Hopefully they matter. Gonna get this blue emerald while we're doing this. So now we can just kind of do whatever as we wait for the squid to finish its set path, and then we can go hit the cutscene trigger. Squid needs to finish its path before we go to the cutscene trigger, otherwise the game will crash.
Yep.
So we have to waste some time, so might as well get some... I don't love that angle. Might as well get some important stuff done. This trick launch here is very risky.
Yeah, no.
That
If we
looks good.
die, we have to do that trick launch above the invisible walls and stuff all over again. This is... I feel like this could technically be classified as a 2D and 3D because we do hit the 2D trigger, kind of.
I suppose...
But that's
we
kinda
never
stretching
really
it.
go into 2D, so I don't know.
Yeah, no. Did I say 2D and 3D? I meant 3D and 2D.
I heard 3D and
Regardless.
2D. I don't know. I think you said it right. Yeah, whatever. We know what you meant.
Sure. But yeah, so we're just gonna do a bunch of stuff, and then we want to run off this little cliff, and I don't know if you'll go for it, but,
I might as well. Okay.
Might as well.
Oh, I did get it. Wow.
Nice.
I
You
didn't
did
think
get
I was
it,
going to
yeah.
get it. I really thought I was just going to get the cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
huge.
that skips another long, unskippable cutscene. This
Yeah.
game does not like when you die during unskippable cutscenes, really just any cutscene.
No, we're back at 30 FPS again. One thing I didn't mention, though, originally, is that going into a
you'll
cyberspace
get-
level sets the game back to 60 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
So that is extremely helpful.
Yeah, because that unskippable cutscene death actually, or that skip actually is very important because otherwise we'd have to take a slingshot back because it would change our spawn location. I think you need that.
Yeah, it would. I would be in a completely different location, and I would have to get back to that cyberspace level, which is annoying and wastes time. So
Very annoying.
That cutscene skip
Also,
is twofold, really. Can I please
Yeah,
grab
exactly.
these? Thank you.
Shout out to 4-5 or 3-5, everyone's favorite level in this game.
Oh, God.
I'm sure you guys really enjoyed this when you
Yeah,
did
here,
this
hold on.
game.
I will actually, like, let the drift mechanic showcase.
no,
You
no,
see?
no.
I hate it. It's awful. I hate the drift thing. Hate this level.
For what it's worth, in cyberspace ILs, this stage is actually kind of interesting.
I believe it. It looks like it has some neat tech. I just, you know, play it very safely because RTA.
Yeah, no. A lot of cyberspace ILs are not doable in full game any percent because
No.
we skip a lot of the collectibles, the red rings, the rings,
Yeah.
all of it we try to skip. It's very funny.
Alright,
Oh,
I need to
wait,
go
hold
talk
on.
to Tails, who is sitting over there on that platform where the
Oh.
objective is. Also, that was a Tails memory token that I just grabbed. I need to collect enough of those to be able to talk to Tails, because that's what that's locked
Yeah.
behind in advance of the story. So when you see me
This
collecting
game is
those, that's
kind
why.
of like a collectathon in a
Little bit.
way,
A little bit.
where we just do a bunch of stuff, do a bunch of platforming challenges, dig up dig spots, stuff like that. Ooh, that looks...
We're good.
Ooh,
Especially
okay.
the last island.
That was
The last
close.
island, you collect so much stuff. It's really fun.
Yeah, no, it's wild, but we have it routed out to where we collect as many dig spots as possible because these things hold like 10 memory tokens or, you know, other stuff too. That's also helpful.
Portal gears, bulkies,
Bulkies, stuff like that.
what have you. Another slingshot here.
Another
It's really
slingshot.
important that I don't... I hit the thing I really didn't want to hit. That just totally locks you into wherever it is. You're forced to start circling it. It's the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah, fun fact, that little tower is how you're supposed to get to that platform we just talked to Tails on. A lot of people didn't do that because trick launches are pretty OP.
Yeah. But it's fine. Don't hit it. There we go.
There we go.
Dying in this game is really not that big of a deal. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Situationally, it can really suck, but like in that instance, it's not that bad.
Yeah, no. Dying is not super punishing. There's no life system or anything. We can... It is time loss, of course, but
Yeah.
it's time loss that we can kind of live with.
I'm gonna go talk to Tails again really quick, and that's going to open up this computer so we can start doing... Well, I think the computer's already open, but it's going to play a cutscene, and then we can start doing a hacking minigame.
Hacking minigames are straightforward.
Yeah, this game just becomes a bullet hell. Suddenly.
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
Hacking minigame's pretty straightforward. If we just want to shoot this guy, the little meter at the bottom is a special attack we can do that we get after destroying enemies or bullets. It's straightforward. I don't know. You want to fit a quick donation in?
Yeah, donation, any other messages. There's also a cutscene
Perfect.
after
That
this, so you've got
sounds
a little bit of time.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 donations for us. We have $37 from Summer B, who says, Sonic says trans lives matter. And we have $10. He does, as a matter of fact.
does.
In fact, I heard him saying it in that last minigame. We also have $10 from Trainer Anade, who says, let's go past, stay cute, and support trans rights. Thank you, everyone, for those great donations. And we're not even halfway through the run yet, but we are almost at that all levels upgrade for Spark the Electric Jester 3 with $184. And we
Get
have also
there.
raised $210 out of our $2,000 goal. So we are 10% of the way in our first run. Great job, everyone. Let's keep that momentum going.
Fantastic.
Get there.
Yeah. So, Live and Learn is a song that I can get coming up here. So if you want me to switch to it, let me know in a donation. I'll do it. You gotta let me know with a donation, though. And you can also put that toward the Spark incentive.
Yeah, put it towards the Spark incentive smiley face. I'm not biased at all, smiley face. Look, all I'm saying is that run got completely rerouted. You guys will see stuff that you wouldn't see otherwise. So.
So
be
coming up
cool.
next is another another one of my favorite slingshots in the entire game. I'm actually going to safety save before this one, because if I accidentally destroy this enemy, it becomes impossible.
Yeah, no, we definitely want to hit this because
Sonic,
despawn
stop
really.
locking on. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just let this
That's
save.
unfortunate. Yeah. So
There we
I
go.
believe, yeah, we're aiming for this big floating pillar. And on here is the white emerald, which we can go ahead and unlock. Also, more purple coins, might as well.
Yeah, might as well. They're there.
They're there.
Okay. Where's the objective? Where are you? There we go. Gonna boost off toward the
And-
objective.
Yep.
Coming up next is there's a cool slingshot, but then we get to play my least favorite minigame in the entire game. So, hooray!
Yeah, no, this minigame is horrendously boring. So I think like the story reasons.
I'm gonna go this way because I want to get live and learn.
Yeah. The story reasons behind it are basically
Sonic.
like we're trying to help these Cocos come to peace with, I don't know, something.
I
Their
don't love
lives,
that.
I guess. And we play a bunch of minigames to do this. We need to play this minigame as well because it gives us a Chaos Emerald, and also it progresses the story, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we do have to play this, and the whole point of this minigame is that we're helping an engineer Coco we're helping them collect nuts and bolts, I guess. I shout out to Banjo Kazooie. I don't know.
Ratchet and Clank? Nuts and bolts?
Isn't that a Banjo game as well?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm a monkey ball speedrunner. All I know
I
are
almost
pog
just
frames.
searched Banjo and Clank. Thanks.
Banjo and Clank. Yep.
My favorite gaming duo.
Yeah. If anybody finds a way to skip this,
Please.
you would be my best friends. I would love you forever.
It's a Banjo Kazooie game. Banjo Vehicle Builder, my favorite. Yeah, no, this one's pretty straightforward. It's a lot of boxes to destroy.
Yeah.
It sucks you don't see the like actually cool fun mini games in this run. You see hacking, which is okay, and then you get this.
I actually kind of like hacking. Can you please? Thank you. One more.
I also kind of like hacking. I'm a hacking fan.
It's just like hacking in real life. Ha 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 ha. It's funny.
It is the
Laugh.
most realistic gaming hacking simulation. of
One
all
more,
time.
thank you.
One more. One, by the way.
So yeah, that's done. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
A little bit more collecting of things to do. Gotta make our way over to Tails. There's another slingshot coming up as well.
And maybe we'll see this bird get destroyed. Coming up. You'll get it if it happens. If you don't, yeah, you'll stay in the dark. It's okay.
I don't even think I know what you're talking about.
No, you hit the ring. What's the point?
I hit a trick ring. That is hilarious. That's actually really funny. Oh, okay. Whoops.
Oh,
Bye, Sonic.
no. Yeah, no, this is what we were talking about, where slingshots are kind of difficult.
This one's a blind slingshot too, so it's like a little bit worse. That's
Yeah, no.
not good either.
Yeah.
I should probably practice this one off stream at some point. This has been really annoying lately.
Yeah, one thing to note with slingshots are
we
that
go.
sometimes you have to like really quickly change the angle you're facing. Like you'll see Helix was holding
Missed that memory token?
like straight down left, and then really suddenly has to jolt over to down right, which can be really something that is hard to get used to.
Yeah, I don't find it too bad personally, but yeah, it could definitely
Yeah.
be very awkward.
Especially with ones where you have to like basically curve your entire control stick around. It's strange.
I have a lot of experience doing strange joystick inputs because of monkey balls. It's not that big of a deal for me. The frame perfect tricks actually end up being really similar to pod strats and monkey ball too, so I'm also somewhat comfy with those to start off with. It's funny how those skills transfer over in an entirely different game. Island hopping once again.
Warp.
Yep. Need to get back to the start point of chaos. Nothing we can slingshot off of here, so at least nothing that's convenient to slingshot off of. Speaking of slingshots, we have another really cool one coming up. You might notice that whenever I get a bunch of height from a slingshot, it's because the enemy that I'm slingshotting off of is pretty high up in the air. Yeah, that can be really important.
Yeah, a lot of variables actually go into these slingshots. Height, your distance, hell, even like very small angle differences. You're going so fast where it like becomes pretty big.
Right.
Oh no, the rock.
That rock keeps destroying me.
Guess you could say Sonic got rocked. Sorry. Sorry, chat.
Who would win? A hedgehog that's like killed gods or one rock?
Yeah, no, this... It's
Apparently
true.
the answer is the rock. Alright, anyway,
Yeah,
we're
we're
over here
coming
now.
up on another minigame.
And it's time for another minigame. Yay! Because we love the first one so much. It's a different one, but it's still annoying.
It's the common joke here is there's an invisible wall at the end of this bridge, and a lot of people during their casual playthroughs tried running up it. So you know, let us know in a donation if you did that, because I'm sure you did. Otherwise, we're holding X and homing attacking sometimes. It's
yeah. Speaking of donations and other messages.
Wonderful.
Probably a great time.
Well, for those of you who have never visited us before, you know, you just wandered into the channel and you're like, what's going on here? You're with Speed Stuff for Charity, and we're a marathon team, a speedrun marathon team dedicated to annually raising money for charities. We've raised over $10,000 in our 8 years doing marathons, and we plan to continue for as long as there's interest. We've previously benefited St. Jude's, Doctors Without Borders, and the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So we're so excited that all of you are here. Please get those donations in. We're still at 184 out of 250 for that Spark incentive.
we should get this Spark incentive. I'm not gonna stop the shilling. It's a good run.
Big vouch for the team behind these events, by the way. I have a lot of friends on the staff team for this event, and they all do fantastic work.
I've been dying to run for another Speed Stuff for Charity event, and thank God I got into this one.
So we have to watch that bridge cutscene, by the way. Most of the cutscenes in this game are skippable, including a lot of important story cutscenes, but no, you gotta watch that bridge. You have to.
You know, it's weird because it wouldn't be the first time.
The cutscenes
there are like 3 bridges we have to watch in this game. One of them we skip, but
yeah, the cutscenes that are unskippable are very puzzling. I stopped locking on.
It is a bit confusing because you can skip Sonic's little dance whenever he collects a emerald from a minigame, but you can't skip like a bridge falling down. Oh. Which, man, I just want to see that hedgehog dance. He got moves.
I mean, dang it, we already skipped it. I would say I could just show it, but a little late now.
I think there's a few in Oranos.
There might be.
I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna remember. It's fine.
Play the game yourself if you want to see it. I'm telling you, he got moves.
I'm gonna make a safety save.
Sometimes you can't save. Because Sonic's in the middle of something.
Why?
Yeah, this is the Sonic Frontiers experience.
Okay, hold on. If I load the autosave, it'll probably let me save. I need to load the autosave anyway for this trick to work. There we go. Yeah, sometimes in this game you can't save for no reason. It also loves to lock you out of things. It loves to lock you out of saving and loading when it thinks Sonic is fighting an enemy, but sometimes you're 10 million years from any enemy, and it still thinks you're fighting an enemy. Anyway, pinball skip.
Yeah, so we're coming up on pinball, which I'm sure if you played this game, your favorite part of the game, my favorite part of the game too. This part's amazing, but it's also a nightmare because it's slow. We have to hit 5 million points in this thing, which is a lot of time spent playing pinball.
Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to leave. I don't want to play pinball, so I'm just going to leave. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, no, totally fair. Before pinball, we punched a box to set up an autosave, and then when we load back into that autosave, you'll notice we have no Sonic on the screen, and the door's already open. Right now, Helix is running with Sonic over to this little ledge, and it looks like that'll work.
I hope so.
We have 2 cutscenes. Gonna pause during it too.
I think he died too early. I think he died too early.
Did he get the? There's a funny frame where you can
He died too early. So
No.
this is what happens if Sonic dies too early: is you soft block on pinball.
Yeah, no, it's very funny. We'll try it again. Back to title. But yeah, we're trying to take Sonic over a ledge at the right time where Sonic will die as the game of pinball starts. What this does is make Sonic die right as pinball starts, and the game gets confused. The game is not expecting you to die during this part. That looked kind of.
I don't know
good.
about
It
that
might be a little
one.
bit short.
We'll find out. I know the game gets confused. Is any hedgehog screams? Doesn't look like it.
No
I know
hedgehog
the game gets confused is a bit of a cliche, but it seems very accurate for some of the things that go on in this run.
Yeah, no. Basically, the game doesn't expect you to die, and there's only 2 programmed outcomes to this, which is winning pinball or losing pinball by running out of, Sonic Hedgehog balls. So you do the third option,
That looked better.
which the game is like, what do we do? So essentially what it does is boots you out of, was that also too
Was that
early?
too? There's no way that was too early. I had a lot more hype that time. That was still too early?
way!
I don't believe you. I just straight up don't believe you, game. You're lying to my face. Why would you do this to me? I thought we were friends.
Yeah, no. Sonic Frontiers is friends with no one.
That's true.
But yeah, after dying and getting booted out of pinball, the game will still spawn certain story cutscene triggers, which allows us to completely skip pinball. And this was like the holy grail for a lot of any percent runners, because back when we had to play pinball, it was pretty unfortunate.
There it is.
There we go. Scream of Hedgehog Agony, and we'll get booted out. So yeah, we spawn right here. Game spawns a story cutscene. We have to die, or a story trigger. We have to die in order to actually access it. You see, head to the crater. This big cutscene, will die afterwards, and then we'll get spawned in the pit with the boss.
Yep.
Even like 4th try, that saved time over pinball. So.
Yeah. It's like 4th try's not that bad for that.
It goes to show just how long pinball is.
Yeah.
And even then, apparently pinball is hard or something, but I don't know, I didn't struggle with it.
It's annoying.
That's fair. Yeah, welcome to the night fight.
I wouldn't have minded if it was in the run. I think it would have been really funny. Someone would definitely lose a world record pace to pinball, and it would be awful, but it's... I'm not complaining that we don't have to play it.
For what it's worth, now they lose a world record pace to pinball skips.
Yeah. It's, necessary evil.
Yeah, this is my favorite boss fight in the game, mostly because the song goes so hard. All of the boss themes are really good. So, we're gonna side loop him. That impales him with spears, weirdly. I don't know when Sonic got that ability. And this is kind of a repeat of the Giganto fight in this first phase.
Yeah.
But the second phase changes quite a lot.
Yes.
Because we have... what do you call this, Helix? I'm not really sure what to call it.
I have no idea. I haven't
Fair,
attempted to call it
'cause,
anything.
No, it's something.
I call it annoying. Because it's... What I have to do here is parry the shield, the spinning saw, and then hit Knight with it. Perfect, okay.
Nice,
That's
let's go.
actually pretty hard to do, because you have to have the camera in the correct position. You cannot turn the camera after you parry the shield. So if Knight is behind you, there's nothing you can do.
Anyways, it's time for the rawest Sonic cutscene of all time. This
Honestly.
is so hard.
Yeah, I just want to let this one play.
Yeah, no, shout out also to the music. It's my favorite song in the game.
Yeah. Fun fact, I learned this the hard way. If you hit the wrong button during the mashing sequence, you have to do the whole fight again.
I did not know this.
It's awful.
You know, casually punching a robotic god.
Just Sonic things.
Yeah, and then he literally takes his sword. This is just like the coolest Sonic thing ever. It makes me... I geeked out really hard whenever I played this game at first.
Me too.
Because this was just so cool.
It's so over the top. I love it.
It's
Also,
so over the top.
This
It's
isn't
awesome.
related to the cutscene in any way, but I have the fabled they them mug from the meme. That's what I've been drinking coffee out of this entire run.
Nice. Classic.
Anyway, that's Chaos Island.
Yeah, we have 2 more islands to go, and really, one of them is kind of just a test of your skills. This is Rhea. Our goal here is not to collect the 7 Chaos Emeralds, it is to shut down 6 towers, and during your casual playthrough, this is kind of simple. We're trying to go fast, it gets real difficult real fast.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is definitely one of the hardest islands to master. People spend so much time grinding out this island as a single segment. It is a lot.
There are multiple frame perfect tricks.
Yeah, no,
Starting
there have
with
also been a
An
lot
HSP
of
that I
reroutes.
might have nailed and then just hit a platform?
Yeah, no. Also, I don't know if we ever mentioned it, but the HSP is the acronym. It's called the Hedgehog Space Program, and you know you can figure out why once we hit it.
Yeah. This
Or
is
if you
also
remember back to Wyvern.
This is also one of the most annoying ones in the entire game. Like, I'm really bad at this specific HSP. It's just
You have such
so
a small
awkward.
platform.
Yeah.
It's really rough. The platform.
I feel like I'm not getting it, because normally when you hit a platform like that and you're in the middle of an HSP, that's fine, I can set one of these springs. Normally when you hit a platform like that and you're in the middle of an HSP, you just kind of are stuck against the platform until you eventually go off of it, because your momentum is still carrying you up. So the fact that I'm bouncing off of it and being redirected tells me that I probably didn't get the HSP anyway.
Yeah.
This is so annoying.
A platform is still very annoying. If you have to like course correct, it's rough.
Most of these, I'm hitting the button too late. The boost button. That
There
was
we go.
not
You're a bit
it,
far away.
surprisingly. I
might be able to recover and get a little bit of height. Oh, that's great. Let's see.
I'm definitely just playing a different part of the island now.
Yeah, at this point,
It's
just
fine.
flying up it.
I have never run this section before, so this is going to be extremely interesting. I just have to sight read.
This is just the casual
Yeah.
route.
Oh
that you
god.
take. Oh. Yeah,
I saved
no, you
it.
don't get
Okay,
locked
we're
on by
playing
that.
this extremely safe. I'm not doing that again. That save was
Yeah, no,
kind of
this
wild.
part's really annoying.
I think
We'll
we're
be good.
almost up
I
there.
think. Almost.
I'm
Nice speed
too
dash.
scared to boost. I really am. I don't dare. It's kind of like Bennett Body's getting over it. Okay, now I
Yeah,
can
no,
boost.
it's literally just that.
Yeah,
except
like if I
for
fall,
6 times.
if I fall, nobody knows where I'm gonna end up. Not even me.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that took
Unfortunate, but you got up,
That
and
took-
that's the important part.
3 years and was really slow, but it's fine. Normally I just do that HSP until I hit it, but I've never ended up quite over there before, so I just decided to see what would happen.
Yeah. Well, that's
anyway.
1 down, 5 to go.
We trick launch
this-
pretty much halfway to this
Yeah,
halfway
no,
up this tower, so we
one's
only have to play
nice.
part of it. Yeah, it's really easy. There's no frame perfect trick. Thank goodness.
This is definitely like the easiest tower. It's just a bunch of rail boosting. You can make it really ridiculously hard if you go for some crazy like
Yeah.
rail boosts and magnet dashes and stuff. No, thank you. Hit that spring, very nice.
Ah,
Take damage
hit the
because
spikes,
you
it's
can't
okay.
avoid it.
you
It's
can.
it's
You just
actually
have to
like
be slow.
really hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
And most of the time, it's just better to go ahead and collect the rings at the top before
Yeah.
entering the cutscenes.
It barely slowed me down at all. We're gonna trick launch now for this crater, and you might recognize this crater. This island is just Kronos again. You just play
Yeah,
the part
no.
of Kronos you didn't play before.
Yeah,
It's
it's
I
it's
guess.
something.
yeah.
At least it looks better than Chaos. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like Chaos's looks, but
So now we're coming up on a slingshot HSP combo. So essentially, I'm doing a frame perfect slingshot.
yeah, no. Slingshots have the two versions. One is the frame perfect, which gives you a ton of height plus the pretty similar distance to actual slingshots that we try to hit. And then there's the ones that give us a lot of distance, not very much height, that we definitely try to aim more for. Though getting the frame perfect in a lot of places is actually pretty bad. It'll lose you a lot of time.
Yeah, you normally don't want it, but in this case, I need it.
Yeah,
Come
this is
on,
the
dude.
one where it's like you gotta hit it because we're slingshotting to a different tower. We do them kind of out of order than the game would kind of expect. This one's rough.
It doesn't normally take me this long.
Yeah. I want to get a
You
quick
can
donut?
believe me or not believe me. That's your choice. Sonic.
There we go.
There we go. It's
Yeah, no,
very
it's
obvious when I
one.
get it.
Then we're just gonna sidestep on over to this island.
Sometimes I first try it, and sometimes it takes
Yeah, no.
that long.
As we've
Frame
said,
perfect tricks.
Sonic Frontiers is a game that's not necessarily difficult. It's just difficult to play at peak all the time, which you kind of have to, especially in this island, because this
Mhm.
one's really hard.
Well, I want to take off my flannel while still holding forward on the controller. That's not going to work. It is warm in here. Next long cutscene, which there aren't a lot of on this island. I'm going to do just another regular HSP now.
Yeah, no. It is worth noting that
See, that was good.
HSPs and slingshots are different in execution. For slingshots,
This
you
is
magnet
actually
dash
really
away
bad.
and that gets the that is.
I
that
got
is
not a lot of height, and really am not in the correct spot either. Okay.
Yeah, you can back it up on one of
We're
these
just going to end up
islands.
here, which is
Not
where I
great.
could have been in
Thank
the
you.
first place, but I usually don't HSP off of here because it's really awkward.
Yeah, no, you have all these enemies trying to attack you.
Yeah.
You lock onto like 8 different things. It's real annoying.
I guess I'll try it. But this is why a lot of people don't like this island. What are you doing? Fine, whatever.
Goodbye, Sonic. We're going
I don't
back.
know what the heck happened there when I started boosting backwards. That is extremely interesting.
Yeah, no. As I was saying though, HSPs and slingshots are different in execution. You can see Helix here is sidestepping and then stomping and then doing the dash to cancel out of the stomp. So
Yeah.
it's definitely different to where slingshotting you don't necessarily have to slingshot just because you magnet dash. Sometimes you still have to, depending on the enemy. But
Wow. I don't know why these are so bad today. I like how the 30
Yeah, I know.
FPS one I got first try. There we go. This is
That definitely
the
looks like a lot of
same
height,
situation.
but kind of bad.
Why
angle.
is this the same situation?
There was a spring that you might have been able to hit.
There was?
Yeah. It
Wow,
was
this is
kinda-
actually
kinda on the
worse.
way down.
Are you?
Yeah, no.
Would now be a good time to jump in with a donation. Perfect.
Yeah, go for
We
it.
have a $20 donation from Young Toonfish who says, "Happy Trans Day of Visibility to my fellow trans and NB friends. And to everyone else as well.
Oh, there
And
we go.
always remember, no matter how worse things seem right now, we will persevere. So let us not only remember the struggle there still is, but also celebrate ourselves and who we are. Thank you, Young Toonfish. And that donation puts us at over $200 for the Spark All Levels upgrade. We're getting there, team. We are in the final stretch for this donation. We just need $46 more. We can do it.
There.
Fantastic. We're so close.
In the meantime, we got that tower shut down.
Okay,
And,
no, Sonic, don't do that. Well, now I can't. Okay, it's fine. I'll take off my flannel while it's happening. It is so warm in here. It was not warm when I started this run.
Didn't it snowstorm today for you?
Yes. It's going to more as well.
Oh gosh.
Winter storm warning. This is what a Minnesota spring looks like. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I believe this is another... I think this is just a basic slingshot now.
Nope, not yet. We have one more
Yeah.
frame perfect slingshot, and then we're
Yeah.
done with them for the rest of the run. Thank goodness.
Thank God. And Rhea is definitely one of those islands where...
This is
Great
like the
pace
worst Rhea I've
will
ever
ruin
played. Again, you don't
Just
have to
marathon
believe
things.
me, but I'm extremely unhappy. This is why my estimate's so high, though. Like we're good.
Yeah,
I should still be under, unless something
no.
catastrophic happens.
Unless a
and-
Reynos happens, which...
Yeah.
Unlikely, but it is possible.
Arenos is like my most played island, though. So
Yeah,
I'm
no, you're
pretty
pretty good at it.
practiced on it. The famous last words, though.
Yeah, no. let's not get ourselves too quickly.
There we go.
There we go.
It would be
very,
cool
very
if there
good
was like an
slingshot
easy
there.
backup, but there really isn't. Anything you can do is just absurdly
Rhea-
slow.
Exactly. Rhea is something you have to play extremely well, or you're playing it by ear,
Where are we
which
going now?
you run the risk of just kind of missing everything. He landed on that rail. Nice
sick.
sniper shot.
job, Sonic.
Jeez.
This is a regular slingshot now.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work. Sonic needs to go at like a downwards angle, otherwise he's gonna go too far and this enemy will despawn. I think that's not gonna work. But because this enemy is so high up, when I do get in position, I don't think this is gonna work either. Yeah, you can see it despawn.
Yeah.
When I do get in position, this slingshot is going to send me ridiculously high without having to be frame perfect, which is very, very nice.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, the height of this enemy, the height difference between him and Sonic, very, very important. Because that variable is now skyrocketed through the roof, and we can take advantage of that. It is worth noting.
I do not understand why this angle Sonic takes after this mag dash does what it does.
Yeah, no, it's worth noting. You'll see the enemy is despawning. This game has pretty bad render distances. The
There's no way this works,
pop-in
right?
is like
Yeah.
the biggest complaint for a lot of people, where things will just kind of exist all of a sudden. And yeah, it does
There we
impact the
go.
speed run too. Whether or not we run into things, whether enemies despawn so we can't hit certain tricks. Can you homing attack?
What is the
No,
camera is freaking out. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I can homing
It's
attack
okay.
that.
Fully. Ooh.
Wow, the
Save.
camera really confused me.
Yeah, no. Sonic things, I guess.
All right, we're finally out of like the most cursed Rhea of all time.
Which hopefully
God.
will lead into the most blessed Reynos of all time.
Please.
Cross our fingers.
Ugh.
But yeah, welcome on in to the last island. Reynos is kind of the gauntlet of this run.
Yes.
There's a lot of pretty hard tricks or hard snipes that you can do, because memory tokens, of course, are spread all throughout the island, just kind of in the air, kind of on platforms, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And,
I take a pretty safe route.
Yeah.
With regard to purple coins, which you still don't know what they do. There's a big reason for collecting them, and if you know what it is, you'll see what I did there.
Yeah, no,
shout out to my
see
chat
it in
for
a
that
little
one.
bit here.
But yeah, there's a lot of
yeah.
stuff that goes on. Lots of purple coin collecting, lots of memory token collecting, especially
Lots of
because this is the point
slingshotting.
where we start needing to get just singular memory tokens that are scattered around. We can't get enough from the dig spots, so we need to start
Yeah,
getting
no.
singular ones. You'll see one of them right here. There's one.
Yeah, the world record route for this, which current world record is a sub 1 hour loadless.
Yeah, it's wild.
Pretty wild run. The world record route for this is just absolutely mesmerizing. It is something truly special. If you want to watch this game's world record, skip to Arenos, because that is like the point of the run where it's like, ooh, it gets real. It gets exciting.
This is my favorite island to play, just because it is so intensive, so routing intensive. There's so much going on, and it ends up being incredibly fun, especially when you get into a flow. But Sonic.
Yeah, no, this is my favorite island casually too, because the layout's much cooler than Ares and Chaos, in my opinion.
Yeah, big agree.
This is just the culmination of everything, and this island has been rerouted to hell and back. It has gone through like probably close to 40 different iterations of routes.
Oh,
where
I
in the
didn't know
early
that.
game, yeah, no, in the early days of this game, it was almost all entirely purple coin and doing dig spots and a few stages. And as we progress, we progressively decrease the amount of purple coins we get. We progressively decrease the amount of progressively increase the amount of stray tokens we get to replace them, because we've just found that different things are faster, and it's wild. This stage could still be rerouted today, and I would not at all be surprised.
I actually need to
Also-
update my route soon too. Now that I'm a little better at the game, I can probably do a lot of
Exactly.
faster things.
Yeah, no, there are a lot of beginner-friendly routes too. This run is intimidating, but as a beginner, it can be pretty easy to get into. Like a lot of runners pick this game up as like their first speed run, and they've gone on to be pretty high on the leaderboards, which is pretty wild.
That's sick.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. If you want to run this game, highly recommend it. Even just like cyberspace, we have categories for doing all the cyberspace stages, stuff like that. This is the point in the run where I'm shilling for the game, because I think it's a really cool speed run.
It's sick. There's a reason I've been submitting it to marathons. I'm not even like great at it. I can run it at a competent level, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm submitting it to marathons because nobody else is outside of like GDQ, and I want to show it off because it's so cool, and I have a lot of fun with it, even if I'm not the best at it.
It's super fun. As someone who doesn't run it, I love watching this game, because one, a lot of my friends run it, which granted I'm biased, but two, it's also just a really cool speed run.
Yeah, and now comes the most difficult cyberspace level, at least in my opinion. I think most people would agree, probably not everybody.
I think most people. This stage can really troll you, because it has some really fun timings at the end that you need to hit. So here we're gonna hop off to the left here, which is to just grab this red ring and then turn back around to magnet dash up. Save. Magnet dash off of this enemy, which is really easy to accidentally hit, because the timing on that magnet dash is pretty tight. Then come on up here for this red ring, and we'll want to.
Oh, okay. No, we're not going up there. This is better than dying.
We'll want to come under.
That was nasty, but it worked.
It worked. And destroy those 3 enemies afterwards. The goal spawns, and that's all of the missions. That thankfully, the one break you catch on that stage is that the S rank is really lenient with the speedrun route.
Yeah.
Even with all missions, that stage is wild as a IL itself. It's really cool.
Gonna go over this way to collect a handful of memory tokens. This is probably the point in the run where I collect the most singular memory tokens in like one sequence here. Don't drop dash. Yeah. I wish drop dash was good in this game. What'd you say?
I do too. This big open flower field has a lot of stuff going on, and it's also very pretty. So you know.
Yeah, I wish drop dash was good. It probably would be if jumping kept your speed, but because it doesn't,
no,
it's
it would. Drop dash, it's weird. It's just one of those things that even with that was a good slingshot. Even with like max boost slingshot. He's dead.
What is going on? I'm just like hitting stuff.
Bye, Sonic.
Okay. I love this game.
That's Sonic Frontiers for you. But yeah, no. Drop dashing. God, I wish that thing was
keep
useful.
bouncing off that. I don't want to be here. I really don't want to be here.
Master Ninja.
Can I slingshot off this?
No.
I can get bodied, is what I can do.
You lost all your rings.
Okay,
That's
I'm leaving.
fun.
I'm leaving. I lost over half my rings.
Yeah, no,
Extra
that's what
memory token?
happens.
Wait, that's kind of huge.
That's useful. Yeah, side looping can give you a lot of stuff. It's not necessarily just rings. You can get tokens. You can get defense and offense seeds.
I'm
which
trying to think
not useful.
what the... I need to go toward the blue emerald. I'm trying to think the best way to do that. I need something I can slingshot off of.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember this area of the map. Very strange.
Can I... Where is anything? I'm like...
They're all dead.
Okay, wait, you.
Oh,
You're gonna help me. Please do not destroy... And Sonic don't lock on. Okay, I will run over and despawn them. I don't know if this is actually gonna take me where I need to be.
It might not, because there's a lot in the way, but you can certainly
feel...
try.
Oh, okay. You know what?
You can
If
island
the-
warp.
If
Island
the
hop.
angle is... Oh, yeah, you're right.
Just island hop, yeah. We're
That's
good.
I should have thought of that. Well, I want to try this one more time, because I think if my angle was better, I actually would have been kind of close. Never mind, you're right. Let's just get out of here. Forget it.
Yeah, no. Thank God for island hopping.
This run
Very
is
convenient.
ultra cursed, but it's also
That's
very
all Sonic
fun.
Frontiers runs.
It's capital C content, so it's okay.
Capital C content.
More time for donations is what's going on. Has anybody told me to
We have not
listen to
had
a song
any
yet?
song donations, but we've still got time, chat. So if you would like to hear a certain song
Sad.
during the run, then please get those donations in for those requests. I just want to remind everyone that we are raising money for Equality Texas. Equality Texas and the Equality Texas Foundation work in tandem to secure full equality for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer Texans through political action, education, community organizing, and collaboration. There's so much work to be done in Texas right now. We need your donations, and we're so grateful for everything that's been given so far. We're very proud of y'all. And yeah, hoping to get to $2,000 by the end of Sunday night. So got a lot of work to do, but I believe we can do it.
Absolutely. Also, shout out to Dig the Cat.
Oh,
our
God,
favorite,
no.
Queer ally.
True.
Oh, God, no. What, you don't want Big's allyship? Come on.
He
know,
helped us so much in this
Look at
run.
him. No, this is
I
actually
can
like a
get
big
behind
part of
that.
the run.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. I've only ever encountered him in Sonic Adventure, and that's actually the only Sonic game I've ever
Oh.
played. And
As a Sonic Adventure runner, I kind of understand your pain. I also like Big in that game, so I'm biased, but
Yeah.
I understand.
you know, it's all good. It's all good. I probably just need to be re-educated a little bit on how cool he is. So I'm looking
He's so
forward
cool.
to some paradigm changes here.
So this is the reason we got all these purple coins, is because
Yes.
fishing is actually in the run, which I find amazing. And I
That's
get
awesome.
a few more purple coins than a lot of people do, just for safety reasons. Otherwise, if you don't do this, you end up buying fewer memory tokens. Let me back up a bit. The rewards you get from fishing allow you to buy certain things, like vault keys, memory tokens, what have you. And so we use a lot of that to buy memory tokens. And if you get fewer purple coins, you fish fewer times, therefore you can buy fewer memory tokens, and so you end up having to collect more just stray memory tokens that are scattered around the world. And that's harder.
Exactly.
Some of those are very difficult to pick up, so I use a little bit of a safer route that just gets more purple coins for more ease of collecting.
Shout out
I
to
suppose.
Tyre.
Tyre, he's so proud of himself. Look at him. Anyway,
Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
fishing is surprisingly complex for what is essentially just pressing the A button.
Yeah, it is RNG, but probably not in the way you think it is if you're unfamiliar with this run. The fish that you catch are not random. You will always catch the same thing. It's just in a sequence. So you always get the same rewards as well. However, the RNG comes into play right now when you're waiting for a bite. The wait, this is a long one. The wait can be anywhere from pretty much instant to 45 seconds. You almost always get shorter wait times. It is very rare to see anything above like even 10 seconds.
I believe the longest recorded wait time is like 38 seconds.
Yeah.
I forget by who, but it is not very common that you wait more than 10 seconds. Also, that tuna has some very scrawny legs for how big it is.
But yeah, my point here being, in theory, if you're the unluckiest person ever, you can lose multiple minutes on fishing, in theory.
In theory. It's probably not going to happen. It's pretty average RNG to where you'll kind of even out. I do want to give a big shout out to whoever modeled all these fishes, because my God, did it take work. Look at them.
Yeah. You ever just fish up a whole shark?
Yeah, no. Actually, it's funny. In Sonic Adventure DX, you can fish up a hammerhead. So Big the Cat is
pretty
the
good.
answer to your question.
Oh, I understand.
Why is there a hammerhead shark in a sweetwater pond? Because technically this is cyberspace. That's probably why some of the weird graphical glitches you've seen are happening. Because this is technically a cyberspace stage that Big the Cat just stumbled into, as Big the Cat does. If you know Big the Cat lore, this shouldn't be a surprise to you.
Alright, so now I'm going to buy 12 vault keys. I apologize for the noise that's about to occur.
Quick, talk over it. No one will notice.
3.
It's okay.
Bunch of memory tokens. Okay, I'm gonna exit out as soon as I can. We're almost done. Let me go. Okay. The noise is gone.
Yeah, so that's part of the big shebang that happens, is that we get all those fishing tokens, we get all those fishing reward tokens, and then we have a bunch more memory tokens and vault keys, which really helps us out getting those emeralds unlocked, getting talking to Sage, who is the Sonic Frontiers original character trademark. So yeah, we need those. We need those real bad. And fishing has been in the route since basically day one. Basically, everyone agreed, fishing should be probably done in Oranos, considering Chronos you can skip, and Chaos isn't that bad. Or Chronos and Ares you can skip, and Chaos not that bad.
Yeah, you also get the most rewards for fishing in the last area, so it becomes very efficient.
Yeah, no, it costs, I believe, 4 tokens.
Sorry, I realized that after I said it. If Hero was here, he would be extremely proud of me. That's my partner.
Yeah, no. So really, it was always the play to fish in Oranos. Especially with it being like 4 tokens to fish in Oranos. Pretty cheap for the rewards you get. And now we have another hacking minigame.
Has anyone donated for a song yet? Or anything else you need to say is also a good time?
Still no music donations, but that's okay. People are just saving their best songs for the end of the run, no doubt. I just want to...
If you want to hear something, you got to get your donations in now, because we're coming up on the end pretty quick.
Yeah, no, the ending will be soon, and you can't play music during the end, because it defaults to its default song. So if you want to hear a song off the jukebox, then get your quarters in, plug it on up.
We have one more bridge cutscene.
Perfect.
So
we'll just want to tell everyone a little bit more about Equality Texas. It seeks to educate, motivate, and activate all Texans to end discrimination based on sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. If you want to donate to Equality Texas, then you can type !donate in chat, and that will get you the link to the Tiltify page to donate. And remember, attach the incentive to your donation so that we can get that spark, the electric jester incentive, a lot quicker. I definitely want to see all of the levels in that game. And boy, we've got quite a speedy block here at the beginning. That was pretty smart on the game committee's part. I'm impressed with that. They know what they're doing.
I am honored to be the opener.
I
really
just
did not
here
think
play
that was gonna
Spark, and
happen.
I like Spark, so you know, I'm also very happy.
Doing another HSP here as well,
bit
which is
annoying.
maybe not good considering how those have been going.
There
So
we go.
I'm actually mildly
No,
concerned.
that
There we
was,
go.
that was fine.
That wasn't too
was
bad.
like fourth try. Yeah, that gets us to the top of this big old tower with the green emerald, which means that we don't have that many emeralds left. I believe it's just yellow and something else. I think red.
Yeah. There's really not a lot of speedrun left. We are quickly
Yeah.
approaching the end of the game here. Give me that.
Helix, I think you're just too good at the game, and people are so blown away, just completely slack-jawed,
This is true.
that they can't even think about donating for music because they're just staring at the screen in rapture. So
That's the wrong way. I think what's happening is that they are too busy donating to
Which I
the
respect.
Spark incentive.
yeah, that's true. That's true. People
I'm
are just
also
so
totally fine just listening to Frontiers music because this game's soundtrack is pretty amazing.
Yeah, like I have no problem. Like it's all good. And these donation messages have been fantastic.
agree.
Thank you all so much for sending in these donations. This is a cause that's very important to me. I mean, as a non-binary person dating a trans man, like yeah, of
yeah,
course.
that's awesome. Yeah, thanks everyone for these donations and for giving me the opportunity to pull out my old man in the desert voice. I am rapidly losing the ability to use that voice, so definitely appreciate an opportunity to use it before it's gone forever. So that was pretty cool.
Red
You
pillar.
killed it.
Ah. Trying to avoid you.
Red pillar. Yeah, no, the Guardians in this game are pretty annoying time losses. They'll just, like, jump scare you. Sonic Frontiers, I think, could be classified as a horror game with how many different jump scares it can have.
Yeah, I suppose.
Who's gonna get this game in horror block at GDQ? But yeah, no, this is basically the right tail end. I believe we play one more stage and then we go to Sage, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. I have an extra memory token from the one I grabbed while
It's actually been
completely losing my mind. So I am really far to the right here. I can sidestep in midair
you'll
and,
make it, you'll
and
make
live. Yeah, we'll be fine. But
if you need to, you can. Yeah, it'll be good.
yeah,
Sidestepping is actually a great option select, and one thing that we haven't really talked about, mostly because I don't think Helix does it that often, is that sidestepping while boosting is actually the fastest you can go in this game because it'll crank you up to max speed. Uranus is a good time to show that off if we come up to an open field that we need to run across.
don't need any more memory tokens. Yeah, I'll do it now.
Yeah, see, you can see the little
Where am I?
speedometer in the bottom right cranking up to max each sidestep, which, ooh, that thing's a little bit hard to control. It's basically like zigzagging across like the open zone. It's really cool, but it's hard to control. So
I've
you
done
only
it
use it pretty sparingly.
sometimes, but it's
Yeah, no.
It's mostly
A
a
lot
top
of the time
level
you'll
runner
hit
thing.
a rock or something.
Yeah. It's mostly a top level runner
definitely
thing.
more important. Yeah. Definitely more important to hit like slingshots well and stuff.
So
Also, shout out to 4-8.
4-8, yeah.
I
This is our.
Oh.
Where are you going?
Nice.
This is our last cyberspace level. It's really quick, 30 seconds less than.
Yeah, no.
Where? Okay, I've hit the
Again?
other side. This hasn't. I practiced
Sonic
this one
is becoming
as
a
well.
volleyball. Yeah, no. That
There we
just
go.
goes to show you that magnet dashes can be kind of rough. The smallest difference in angle, and you end up.
Whoops.
Oh,
It's fine.
least the
I
pulley was there.
think I will still hit the S rank requirement. It's pretty tight, but I think I'm still good.
yeah, with
Yeah,
all
we got
missions, it's rough, but
We got it.
yeah. That stage is one of my favorites. When the game first released, I yelled that stage. I yelled that stage a ton, and we basically killed it until a magnet dash was discovered, which Crank put
Huge.
it down to like 15 seconds. It was dumb, but
Yeah.
that was after I
Um,
was done with it. So
Last chance. Any song?
No song requests. I
requests?
think everyone is just excited to see you beat this game. And on the subject of music,
Understandable.
I am going to check out the Sonic Frontiers soundtrack today because I really want to hear the rest of it. I have loved what I've heard today. So thank you, Helix and Claus, for introducing me to this exciting next chapter in Sonic music. I love the Sonic soundtracks, even though I've never played a lot of Sonic games.
this game is one that will give you very intense whiplash because it does a lot of different things.
Why
Hello, Master Ninja, once again.
I'm scared now because we've seen what can happen.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, don't run off the cliff.
Yeah, no, I'm being careful. More sidestepping.
But yeah, Sonic Frontiers goes from like these really beautiful orchestral compositions to like there's literally like Skrillex dubstep.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's
When I heard the boss fight music for the first time, I popped off.
It's great.
Like when I I heard Callan Quinn, I was like, what the heck? Because that's the type of music I already listen to. It was very funny that it ended up in my Sonic game. Final hacking minigame here. This one is actually a little difficult. The others are pretty easy. This one can be kind of hard. It was harder when I... It was harder when I was worse at it. Yes, duh, that's how that works. It was harder in my first few runs before I really got a feel for it. But again, that's kind of obvious.
The hacking is kind of rough
It does.
because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't really explain it. If you're shooting a bullet of a certain color, you can't get hit by bullets of that same color.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to really quickly swap what bullet color you are shooting. Otherwise, you'll run the risk of taking death. Since you're one hit, one kill. I was gonna say taking damage. That's not how this works. But that's all hacking minigames done, and this hacking minigame will open the door to the last emerald. And you may think, oh, what if we get to this emerald early? We've tried that. Doesn't work.
Yeah, unfortunately you have to play that hacking minigame, and it doesn't unlock until you have 190 memory tokens, and you do
If
all this
someone
other
can
stuff.
find a way to do that hacking minigame early, that's where Uranus gets broken and skipped.
Yes.
But we haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
It's rough.
So, end of the run, pretty much right now. We're about to go fight the final boss.
Fight the
Do you
final boss and
happen-
then wait 3 minutes.
Does anybody happen to have stream up and can tell me what my time is? Because I hope I'm
Your
not.
current time is 1:30 or 1:32.
Oh, we're going to be
You're
well
doing
under estimate.
fine.
Okay, but yeah, we're perfectly fine. Even with all the mishaps, we're perfectly fine.
This will be like a 1:30, 36, maybe 39, somewhere between that.
Something like that. This boss fight is extremely awkward. I don't quite understand it, but we use a lot of cross slash here. No longer stomps. I'm gonna get smacked
Yeah.
here. That's fine.
Yeah,
Parrying.
cross slash is an ability that we don't really. It doesn't really come up much. You basically just shoot out those little beams out of your hands.
It's really easy to do it by accident because for some reason the input for cross slash is jump after boost, which is just like a normal thing that you do. I don't know why they made it that. So it's really easy
No,
to
some of
accidentally
the-
do cross slash, and it's the most frustrating thing in the game.
Yeah, no. Some of the abilities in this game share buttons with very commonplace ones, which
Yeah,
makes them real weird.
which I disapprove of. It's not worth it to parry Supreme, by the way, because then it just plays a cutscene and you end up back here anyway. So
Yeah.
if you're wondering why I'm not parrying, that's why. It's just not worth it. It doesn't
Yeah,
do
there's a
anything
little
useful.
auto like quick time event that plays.
Yeah.
We are coming up near the end of Supreme, but his health bar here will stop, and we want to take damage, or get hit back at least.
Yeah.
You can't take damage as Supersonic, you're invulnerable. And then we want to destroy one of these little weird shooty gun things. Supreme will hit us back, and it'll activate this cutscene, this little quick time event, which allows us to then take Supreme down to lower health, and that's when the fight will reach its end, reach its conclusion. After this fight, we have 3 minutes of waiting for 3 more quick time events to press. It's quite a funny ending to the run.
So, despite this being the final boss, time is not just yet. It's in about 3 minutes. Supreme's gone. Cutscene time. This is where I'm going to start doing my shoutouts, because I might as well. We have to wait for 3 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to the community, obviously. Pretty helpful group of people. I'm not terribly active in it, but I know that like they do their best to support whenever events are happening and such, so I imagine a few of them are watching. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. There are a handful of resources. I mean, there's a whole channel in the Discord dedicated to it, and lots of discussion happens all the time. Shout out to the Monkey Ball community. I gotta say, Sunday night,
Of course.
Marble Roller Block. Don't miss it. I'll be on commentary.
Be there.
There are some really, really cool Marble Roller runs, including one of a brand new category and rolled out, so you better watch that Sunday night. Shovel Claws, you have a run coming up.
I do. Is that my cue to hop in with my show?
This is your cue.
Okay, cool. Shout out to Frontiers community. The speedrun community is pretty cool. I'm on the mod team, so I'm friends with a lot of people on there. Not terribly active in the scene, the speedrunning scene itself, but you know, I help out verifying stuff. So on the mod team is pretty sick. All the players pretty sick as well. Dig those people. Also, shout out to me running Spark 3 in I think about 40 minutes from now, hopefully. As long as Urgic goes under estimate, pray. So yes, shout out to the Spark 3 community and watch that run. I'll have more shout outs there to throw in.
That incentive. Do it.
Beat that incentive. All levels is cool. It has a new route. You'll see tricks that you wouldn't see in any percent otherwise. Meet that incentive. And also, thanks Helix for letting me come on commentating. So
thank you for offering. I definitely needed someone to hop on. I do not know this game well enough to autopilot yet. Clearly.
Yeah, no, all good.
Yeah. A couple more for me. Shout out to Midwest Speed Fest. I'm wearing their shirt. We're doing a marathon mid-April. Starts April 14th. It'll be a good time. That's the marathon I organized. So if you enjoyed the run and want to check out my stream, it's at Helix13_. It's also my Twitter, my YouTube, pretty much everything else, except co-host. I'm just Helix on co-host. But yeah, I speedrun this game, trying to get better at it. Lots of Marble Rollers as well, lots of Monkey Ball, etc., etc.
Don't forget, sometimes Undertale.
True, once in a while.
Once in a while.
How are we doing on that Spark incentive, by the way?
$45 away. We actually got a $1 donation from Zoe Potato a few minutes ago, and they say, I haven't heard of this event till recently. This is the second time y'all have done this. I'm all in. Smiley face. Thank you, Zoe, for that. And that puts us at, again, just $45 away from the all levels upgrades. So we are so close, chat, and I think we can get this for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so doable. Time's coming up.
Time is coming up.
1, 2,
On the third here.
and time.
Let's go.
That
was
Sonic
a
Frontiers.
very good run. Very
That
fun
was-
run. 137.35 RTA.
That was one of the runs of all time. You know what?
One of the runs. It was fun.
Considering all the ridiculous stuff that happened, still getting a 137 RTA is pretty solid. I'll take that.
Yeah, no.
Well under estimate. You can see why the estimate was so high, though. There's so much that can go wrong so easily. Yeah, we've already done our shoutouts, so I guess we'll get out of here and get Argic on, because Argic is up next. You know you don't want to miss that, so stay tuned. Lots of
Argic run.
awesome runs coming up this weekend.
And
What were you saying?
then after that, me. Let's go.
meet that incentive, keep donating. Fantastic cause, obviously. Very, very important. Happy Trans Day of Visibility.
Happy Trans Day of Visibility.
Lots of visible trans people during this event, so very good.
This is true.
I think, yeah, that's all I got. I will see you all on Sunday night for the Marble Roller block. Goodbye. Trans
All
rights.
right. Thank you, Helix, and thank you, Shovel Claws, for that amazing run. I had a blast watching this. I am so hyped for the rest of this event because of the Sonic Frontiers run. It is awesome to see. Well, before we continue on, I just want to remind everyone that this is Speed Stuff for Trans Lives 2. We are raising money in support of the Equality Texas Foundation. If you want to donate, and we just have $45 more for that incentive, type !donate in chat and follow that Tiltify link. And don't forget to attach the incentive to your donation. That's very important because sometimes we forget, and chat, there's nothing sadder than a little donation that's been orphaned without an incentive to go along with it. So definitely keep those two together, and we'll meet that incentive right quick. Even if you can't donate, that's okay. No pressure. We just appreciate you being here and supporting us by watching the show. And we have lots of people in chat. We're humming. Everyone's excited. Well, with all this excitement, chat, we need a little bio break. It's time to stand up, stretch, grab some water, use the restroom, whatever you need to do to feel happy and safe in your body right now, go and do that thing. And we will be back in just a few minutes. See you soon.